So I've got a couple of bikes to do up, and this is the first one. This is the one that I'm going to be riding. I got it from a guy just up the road who does bikes up for charity, sells them on. We get through quite a lot of those bikes from him because you kind of use it as a bit of a bike library. When your kids need bikes and they grow up, you buy one off him, use it, take it back, and he sells it again. Yeah, so it's quite a good way of raising some money. So I picked this up for 30 quid, which I'm pretty pleased about, to be honest. You see it's a GT Timberline, so I think it was a sort of mid to low range GT. I'll try and insert any information I can find out about it here. But yeah, so it's pretty good nick. It's got original saddle. I think the stem is original. Yeah, there's a lot of bits on it that are what else was it? I think even the seat post, seat clamp is, sorry if I can get it into focus, the seat clamp is GT as well. I'm not sure about the drivetrain, whether that's original. Could be, given the age and the price point of the bike. It's got canty brakes and V-brake V-brake shifters, so I suspect it's been a bit hacked together there, but yeah, it'd be good to try and get some more original canty brakes for it, or a more original braking setup anyway, or at least one that's compatible with where the levers are compatible with the brake arms. So yeah, this isn't in bad nick really. Not a lot to do with it, unlike the other one, which is the one for my daughter, so I'll move on to that in a moment. So I had a quick look on our Mac, which is as old as God's dog, probably about only 5 years younger than this, to be honest, but yeah, so I think this is my one, albeit the blue version. It's blue and green. Candy Evergreen, I think that was called, interestingly. Yes, this is 1995. It's amazing how many resources there are out there for retro mountain bikes. So I'm just going to scroll up. What's the original spec? Yeah, this looks Alivio. It's basically a Alivio group set, brakes, derailleurs, Alivio quick release wheels. So I think quite a lot of this is original. I think quite a lot of what's on the bike is original, but the braking is definitely the brakes have been sort of hacked together, I think, a bit. So we'd need to go back and sort that out. I'll just see if I can find the other one and show you a bit of that. So this is the one that I was thinking of for my daughter. So she's now I'm not even sure. It's a lot smaller than the other one actually. So I may have screwed up a bit there, but there you go. But yeah, we're not starting off in such a strong position with this one. Although yeah, so that back wheel's clearly, that's got like a threaded axle, no quick release on that, so that's going to have to be swapped out. We've got rear brakes missing, that's okay, can deal with that. Not sure about the transmission again. It's a Shimano. Oh, what's that? Is that? I can't make that out actually. I don't know. Alivio maybe. Looking a little bit rough. Probably clean up all right actually. Quite like the pedals. Yeah, so I think it's a younger bike than the other one, but it's just seen a bit of life. It looks like it's been quite well looked after though. I did notice when I bought it, I checked the seat post was moving. So I got this from a local upcycling place for 30 quid. So it's probably a less well spent 30 quid than the other one, given that it doesn't ride. But yeah, it's a nice frame. I think it's a nice thing to start working with. It looks like it might have originally had cantilever brakes actually, because we've got the little not sure what that bracket there, and also I think the way that this cable is routed, it might have had canty brakes, but I'll put V brakes on it. I've got a donor bike, or a couple of donor bikes that are in have all the bits and pieces that I need to get this going. They won't be scrapped, by the way, they'll just be probably upgraded down the line. It's an old Saracen and an old Ridgeback, my old Ridgeback. So yeah, quite liking the coloured tyres actually. They look quite retro. Might see if I can keep them going for a while. But yeah, so that's the other one. So she just needs a bit of a strip down, clean up. I did check as well I gave her a decent sort of workout when I bought to check for any kind of cracks or creaks, and I couldn't pick anything up. So hopefully yeah, it's kind of like, it looks like a bike that's been quite well loved actually, but then got maybe stripped down and had some bits taken off it when someone upgraded, and then they never quite got round to I don't know, sorting it out. But yeah, so quite a nice project. So this one will take quite a lot more work than the other one, but yeah, I'll pull the requisite bits off the other bikes, and we can start building it up. Okay, so this is the other one, the Outpost Trail. This is from the '95 catalogue. I think the one I've got is a little bit younger than that, but I think this is probably broadly accurate. The only reason I don't think it's this year's one is that they didn't do it in the blue, and ours is blue. But it's got yeah, it's Altus group set. That's what I couldn't make out on the thing. So yeah, yeah. So it's possible that quite a lot of the kit on that is original still as well. So probably worth keeping it like that. 21 speeds should be enough for Piper. Again, I don't know if I've actually bought anything smaller than the other one. So in real terms, it just looked smaller, but I guess she'll grow. But it'll be good to get her on it sooner rather than later. So yeah, so that's the other one. This is from a website called MTB Catalogue. It's actually quite good. They just trying to go back to how's it work. It's got a lot of annoying Google ads on it, but you go up to the top and you can find your brand. So if you go to GT, and then yeah, they've got a bunch of catalogues in. It's quite interesting. I wish someone would take me back to the 90s. I thought it was rubbish at the time, but actually, God, it was a pretty great time to be alive, to be honest. See all these annoying adverts at the bottom. But yeah, this Outpost Trail I think is pretty much the bottom of the range. But yeah, it's still a good bike though, and I'm sure it'll be enough for Piper, my daughter, to cut her teeth on out on the trail. We got a lot of kind of fire roads and stuff in the forest where we live, so there's a lot of gravel. I think it'll be perfect for that. She'll have a really good time. So there we go. Okay, so I guess that'll do for now, and next thing's just kind of making a list of the bits that I might need, and yeah, hopefully if I can keep my momentum up, I'll be able to take people through that as I go. Should be quite nice, quite a nice process, I think. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Just as a bit of a PS, I just was looking around and found on Reddit that I don't really know how Reddit works, but yeah, this looks like quite an interesting. It's a bit of a frustrating picture, but it's a nice looking build of of what looks a lot like the model of Outpost Trail that I've got. Clearly, it's got V brakes on there, which but with drops. I used to be so much better at all this stuff, but I think there's some issues with compatibility between the different types of brakes. But yeah, it's quite an interesting build there. It looks quite cool, I think. And Anyway, I think we'll be going for something a little bit more conventional, but I just thought I'd flag that up.